Yo, what's up, guys? We're back. I'm super hyped to go over these guys. Also, I figured I'd throw some background music in here, so I'm just gonna be playing like lo-fi of the specific generation. It might be too quiet. Turn it up a tiny bit. That should be fine. Hopefully, it's not too loud over my voice. If it is, then I guess I'll just re-record the video. I hope it's not too distracting. But yeah, we got Voltorb and Electrode, guys, and these guys were garbage. They were terrible, just bad Pokemon. And I'm really excited because they are fucking insane now. Um, I just think it's really fun and fitting to make them like these absolute. I wouldn't even call them blast cannons because they're not even that frail. Really, they're pretty like with investment they can actually take some hits. But just in terms of like how fast and strong they are now. So yeah, they're just really fucking strong. And again, that fits their whole vibe of like exploding all the fucking time and overflowing with energy and just fits that these guys would be these super fast, strong special balls. And they have like shit physical attack because they're literally just balls. Yeah, I guess they can charge into shit, but meh. I think it's more fun just to have them be special attack grids entirely. They still have level 30, so I have a lot of stuff to cover, but I'm gonna start off with abilities and move pool. So with 135 special attack, 150 speed, that is already like that's like mega level of power. Um, and I might actually tone it down a little bit in terms of like coverage because I the coverage makes sense that I gave it, but it's also like I kind of initially had the thought of like, oh, it's kind of like Regieleki, where it's just an absolute nuke and it's super fast, but it has no coverage besides like I mean Regieleki has literally none, but I would give Electrode like Weather Ball, Signal Beam, Flash Cannon, that kind of shit, but maybe remove like these three moves and then oh, there's no Energy Ball. Oopsies. Hold on. Gotta add that in there. Big oopsies, guys. I meant to put that over Solar Beam. I don't know why I have Solar Beam there. Big mistake. Hold on. Energy Ball is right before Thunderbolt in the chronological order. And yeah, if you guys don't know, these are chronological order, meaning they're in order of when you achieve them in the game. If you want to find out how to get those, you can just look at this list and I have every single TM and tutor move listed in order where you can get it and what they do, um, including all of the changed tutors and TMs, so super useful. But back on topic, absolutely insane, man. I am really excited for these guys. I gotta make this green. Sorry, guys. Much better. All right. So yeah, it's a little bit excessive. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you have Weather Ball is already like Weather Ball, Natural Gift. Like, dude, Natural Gift is literally any type. Once, obviously, but still, that's more than enough to sweep an entire team. If they only have like one or two resistances to electric or immunities to electric, you just use the natural gift or whatever. It does take up an item slot. But my point is, I kind of wanted to balance them out that way, but then I realized, you know what, man, fuck it. It's fun. It's not that broken. It is hard to get on the field, relatively speaking, because electric doesn't have that many resistances. It only has three rather, sorry. And it has one weakness, which isn't bad. Like it's not a bad typing, don't get me wrong. It's just, the less resistances you have, the harder it is to get on the field if you're frail. And Electrode isn't super frail. That I might balance it out that way. I might make it just extremely frail. Like maybe give it like 60 physical defense and 60 special defense and then put the rest in attack or something. I'll consider it, but for now this is what they are. If I update it, I'll just put it in the description or in the part to the side. But I think I'd rather have them be strong for now because there's so much strong shit, man. Honestly, yeah, these guys are pretty nutty, but fuck it, man, it's fun. Like who wouldn't want to use Electrode? Like he's fucking cool, bro. I mean, he's really stupid looking, but it's cool. It's a cool mod, man. So with that aside, power level aside, two great abilities. But first, I want to cover the trainer's only ability, which is buffed aftermath. So what I did is I just replaced Inner Doubt. So a lot of Pokemon like Electrode are going to have this type of ability. Basically, train. It's kind of useless. It's not useless for players to have, but uh, I I kind of have balanced the game around Nuzlocks or hardcore Nuzlocks, and so this would be terrible in a hardcore Nuzlocke. um, and so I don't want to make abilities that rely on you fainting, just because I'm personally a big advocate of trying hardcore Nuzlocks, and I definitely am designing the hack with that in mind. Yeah, I even say it all here. I don't have to explain it too much. You guys can read this on your own. But my point is, it's a great ability. Um, it's in a doubt. So if you OHKO this powerful ass mon, because oh shit, there's a giant electrode in front of me. Let me use my sucker punch on it and take it out in one hit. Well, now you took all the damage back. you take 60 base HP back, which is a lot of damage. So you got to kind of play around that. I'm not going to give it. Don't worry. These trainer exclusive abilities are going to be they're exclusive for a reason. Like only boss trainers for the most part will have them because I don't want to just throw that on random like fucking youngster Jimmy with aftermath Electro. Like no, that's bullshit. That's cheap. It's stupid. I don't like that. But you'll probably be looking. I hope that you'll be looking at the trainer guides for boss battles. You're probably going to need it if you want to strategize and not go in blind and get shit on. Um, Although some people like to play blind, I respect it. That's why I have the option. But I would recommend if you're planning on playing optimally, doing a hardcore Nuzlocke, if you're doing a Nuzlocke, 100% don't play blind. If you're just playing a game for fun, go ahead and play blind in terms of the trainers. But point is, Aftermath is exclusive for that reason. Although yes, technically it could be useful for the player. Just something you're gonna have to deal with for certain boss fights. You're gonna have to play around that. Otherwise, they have two really fitting abilities: Galvanize and Lightning Rod. So Galvanize, I'm sure you guys know, it's electric type air late. So I'll talk about that in a second. But first, I want to talk about Lightning Rod because you might be thinking, oh, that's mid. They already resist electric, and Galvanize is so strong. Why would you ever use Lightning Rod? You have infinite ability capsules, so the beauty of that is you can just toggle it on and off. So, for example, oh crap, there's an electric type trainer in front of me, or electric type move. Let me swap my Voltor with shitty bulk or my Electrode with mediocre bulk in on this really powerful electric type move. Let me use them on electric type, like for example, an electric surge boosted thunderbolt is still going to do a shit, or a god freaking volt tackle or something is going to do a shitload of damage to Electrode, even if it's resisted, because the stronger the moves get, the resistance doesn't matter as much. So you're going to want the immunity, and you get a special attack boost on top of your 150 base speed. So you can actually swap in Electrode, even if you were already going to take very little damage from that move. You get a lot of utility by just getting the special attack boost for free, and in doubles it's really great. And you can use it in like rain teams, for example, with Lightning Rod and doubles. You can use rain, Lightning Rod, soak up those thunders, fire off your own thunders, and you have Weather Ball. You can even self-set rain if you really wanted to do that. The point is, Lightning Rod has great use. And another really great thing you can do with Lightning Rod, really cool thing actually, is see Electrify. So what I've changed about Electrify is it has 1 PP plus 4 priority. Most electric types get it. And for most electric types, it just turns it into a resisted move. So for example, my opponent has Z Tectonic Rage or some shit, and they're gonna completely destroy me. Let me use. Actually, I'm not sure if this works on Z moves. I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually. So let's just say they're using, I don't know, Megaton Kick, right? Oh crap, they're gonna blow me up. Let me just electrify. Boop. Now I resist your hit. Your move is wasted essentially, and you get a free +2 special attack with the Z move. That's the main allure of it. Is you're usually using this for the Z move, usually, or you can use it with a cell battery, which is infinite use now. So you could use like on a physical attacker, you can use cell battery, get +2 attack, a +1 attack, or special attackers get +2 special attack with the Z move. So you kind of have some duality there. That's the beauty of Electrify though. So what this does is get it +2 special attack on literally any move for the most part, because it's priority. Use it once, you get +2 special attack, and then you get another +1 from Lightning Rod if you're using Lightning Rod with it, and you're immune to the attack. So you completely absorb any attack that they're using once and get +2 special attack for free. And I think it goes without saying that this is insane with his stats. Sorry about that. God, I need to extend this thing out a little bit. But yeah, like I said, they have really good. They have all the coverage they need, man. So my logic for Energy Ball and Dark Pool and Shadow Ball is one, a lot of shit gets that for no reason, and two, they're balls. It's funny. Haha, balls. Get it? I think Energy Ball fits in general because they're like a lot of those types just get it as coverage moves. And these are all buffed in base power. Well, not all of them, a lot of them are. Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse are both 85. Dark Pulse is kind of just because they get Foul Play and Taunt and all these kind of like darker type moves. So I figured Dark Pulse fits. If you get Shadow Ball, why not? Given Dark Pulse is a coverage option as well, just to have it. And Psychic might seem kind of weird. It is a little weird, but they actually got Telekinesis and Magic Coat already, and Teleport and this other stuff. So I figured it fits well enough. Give them Psychic if they get Telekinesis. And it's not like game breaking coverage. The main important coverage is like Energy Ball, Water type Weather Ball, Natural Gift, shit like that. Obviously, the other coverage is great though, and you have Dazzling Gleam because they create light and shit from exploding and stuff. I don't know. I think Dazzling Gleam fits fine. So yeah, they get all that great coverage. They have a really good utility with like disable, fast disable, Screech, Supersonic. Z Supersonic is +2 special attack. so that's really useful. That's why it's so late, because Confusion is actually not that great anymore, but you're basically using it for the +2 special attack early on. You have Topsy Turvy, which is just a funny little joke because he goes upside down when he evolves, so he gets Topsy Turvy. Also, because I think he's his little like shithead grin vibe of like flipping stat changes fits pretty well. You have Miracle, Final Game, all this good utility. Strange Impulse with 150 speed, that's a great utility move for sure. Like I said, Electrify, and then you have Z Lock On. A couple little levels later, late game, Z Lock On gives +2 special attack as well. And you can use that with Plasma Shot, which is essentially just electric type Inferno. God, sorry, it's so hard to do this without seeing the thing. All right. The thing with Plasma Shot is it burns because plasma is super hot. It's like superheated plasma. I think it fits pretty well. And it'll turn any normal type move electric type as well. So like, for example, they're going to use Return on me and do a shitload of damage when I was resisted, and they probably lose their stab on it, assuming they're using it with stab. So that's a really good option as well. And you can also use that without lock on. You can just throw on like Wide Lens and get, I believe it becomes 81% accurate with the buffed Wide Lens. Let me check. I just check this every time. Yeah, 81%. I was right. So super good move. That's like, this is old Thunder, but it fucking always burns. So it's just a really good effect. Electrode has so much cool shit, man. I'm excited to get into it. So, Electro Ball. That gives +1 speed now every time you use it, because the way Electro Ball calculates damage is shit. It's really hard to get over like 60 base power for most Pokemon. Electro, though, with 150 speed, he's going to be hitting like 80 base power on average, probably, maybe 60 or 80, completely unboosted. Then you get +1 after that, and then at that point you're doing 100, 120, 150. So it ranges from, I believe it's 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 150. So after like 2 uses, you'll be hitting everything for 150 base power for free. So you have to snowball. You can also use like Charge Beam. I consider giving them stored power. I thought that would be kind of cool, but I don't think they need any more OP shit. I think stored power would be fitting because it literally says like they store electricity. Like their whole thing is storing energy and then exploding. Feel free to comment and say if you think I should give it to him, but I think he has more than enough. Sorry, I hate when it does that. Sorry, guys. And that's another good thing about these video format is you guys can just comment shit if you want to change. If you have any suggestions or ideas or opinions, Discord server is good for that too, though. It's probably better, but you can always comment. So yeah, that's the beauty of Lightning Rod and all these other utility options. And then you have Galvanize, which gives 20% boost to normal type moves in terms of electric. So early game, you just have Swift. That's really all you have is Swift, which is good. Swift is +2 priority, 55 base power. So before you get the Shockwave tutor, you get +2 priority electric type move, and it's stronger than Thundershock by a lot, because Thundershock is 40 base power, but it always paralyzes. So it's like a utility move more so than for damage, but 100 special attack early game with 40 base move is not bad at all. So he'll be doing good damage too. And you can also use paralysis moves in conjunction with Electro Ball and get more damage later on if you want to do that. But yeah, Thundershock is good for that, but Swift is stronger and priority, although you don't need it that much because you have so much goddamn speed. Yeah, that's another thing. What is his name? Voltorb is way frailer. Not way frailer, but a good amount frailer, but it's way stronger and faster just to fit their vibe. And that's why he evolves at level 30. I think that's a pretty fair level. Level 30 is no problem, man. He's fast and strong. That's all you need. A little bit of a glass cannon, but no worries. And you can always use like dual screens and shit, fast dual screens. You have Parting Shot. Fast Parting Shot is useful. Fast Taunt is useful. For other setup, you have, like I said, Z Electrify, Z Lock On. You also have Nasty Plot. I think that fits their whole vibe of just, being a little shithead. Really fucking strong. You can only use it once, though. Like I said, a lot of setup moves have Nurse PP, so you can't just completely 6-0, although you would probably be getting, like, with fucking Nasty Plot, Energy Balls, Focus Sash, Galvanize, fucking whatever you want. You can even, there's so many different options. They can sweep pretty easily if you play your cards right. So that's really great. But Galvanize works with Swift, like I said, becomes 66 base power, +2 priority. Also, the other coverage is like Mirror Shot, Flash Cannon. Those are good moves as well. Parabolic Charge is nice for healing. Disable is nice for utility. Recharge is great. You get 35% recovery, and then your next electric type tag is doubled, and it actually works with Galvanize if you want to use that. So you can do like Recharge into whatever move and just nuke them the next turn and get a little bit of HP before you do it. So it's cool. Really cool combination there. Screech is a nice utility. Discharge is just a nice strong 85 power. high paralysis rate. Like I said, Topsy Turvy is great for utility. And then the other galvanized move that you get after that is commotion. So with commotion is 85 base power and it always confuses. But that becomes, I believe, 103, 101. Hold on, 102, something like that. 102, yeah. Which is just great. I mean, 102 base power electric move that always confuses. Super useful. Super, super useful. And then later on, you get access to Tri Attack, which is 3 hits. Actually, sorry, Hyper Voice is in between that because you basically go 85, 95, and then 105 overall power. So 85 turns to 102 and always confuses. Hyper Voice has no effect, but it's infinitely reteachable, which is really useful. You know, you can just reteach it as much as you need. There's no relearner until late game, so it's nice to have that option. And that becomes 114, I believe. Yes, 114. And then you have, where is it at? Where is it at? Tri Attack, which is 35 per hit, 3 hits, which is 105 base power total. That becomes 127, I think. 126, sorry. So that's really fucking strong. No drawbacks, literally 0 drawbacks. And you hit 3 times, which can bypass a lot of stuff like Sturdy and Wakan Berry and Focus Sash, etc. And it gives you an overall 27% chance of either paralyzing, burning, or freezing, which is a cool thing to have as well. So that's super great. One of the other, some of the other crazy shit though that you have with Galvanize, and I mean crazy shit, is fucking Explosion, and there was one more Hyper Beam. So Hyper Beam is another Psycho Boost move. It's actually 160 base power versus all the other ones are 150 because I think it's cool to have the normal type ones be like slightly stronger, just to have them, you know. So yeah, this becomes 192 base power. So you have a 192 base power move, electric type move, and it's 100% accurate. The only downside is your special attack is halved after -2 special attack. You can literally use this twice in a row. Like, I'll literally show you guys the math. If you divide this by 2, and then add 192, divide that by 2, your average base power is 144. That doesn't sound right. Oh, no, with Galvanize it. Did I do that right? Hold on, guys. So using this once, your next hit will be halved. No, I was right. It's just really fucking strong, guys. Yeah, you divide that in half. You're getting an average 144 base power. The second hit is 96. So that's still really strong. That's stronger than Thunderbolt. So you can literally just use that twice in a row. If you don't want to use Galvanize or you're using Lightning Rod for utility, you have Zap Cannon, which is 150 base power. Same thing, just instead of 192, it's 150, which is still really fucking strong. But the beautiful thing is you can use Hyper Beam with Galvanize, 192 base power, right? Super great. And then you can use Explosion. And what I changed about Explosion is it always crits and it's special. So essentially what you have is a 375 base power move. Essentially, and it bypasses stat boosts on the opponent's side and it bypasses stat drops on your side. And that's why I mentioned Hyper Beam, because you can literally use Galvanize Hyper Beam for 192 base power. You can even use it again if you want to for 96 base power. Get another kill or finish whatever the hell you were hitting off if you didn't kill it. And then you can use Explosion, which is I believe it's you have to stack it. So this is the crit, and then this is Galvanize. So before stab, you're hitting for 450 base power, and you're critting. So what that does, it ignores the Hyper Beam drops. So you could use Hyper Beam or Zap Cannon or Electro Outburst, which is a cool move as well. That's a relatively exclusive move because I've made a couple of like stronger versions of these Psycho Boost moves. There's like a handful of those. I'll show you guys here. And this actually, these are based on Fusion Fire and Fusion Bolt, so that actually combines with Blazing Outburst for doubles in power. So if you wanted to like do a little, like Focus Sash hit by Blazing Outburst for like a specific trainer battle, and then you can just completely nuke them with a 300 and what's 180 times 2? 360. Yeah, I was right. 360 fucking power electric move. So super great, man. And -4 special attack is actually only -2/3. Just believe it or not, because the way that they calculate stat drops is weird. So you're not getting like that big of a drop compared to the -2. -4 is 2/3 drop. -2 is 1/2 drop. So the average power of Electro Outburst is actually stronger than Zap Cannon. Believe it or not, it's actually stronger. If you use it twice in a row, it's still stronger because 180 divided by 2/3 of 180 plus 180 is higher than 150 plus 75. So as for Hyper Beam, I'm not sure. I can actually check. I can check right now. Oh, sorry, times 2/3. Sorry, guys. That, for some reason, doesn't sound right. Oh, that sounds much more like it. Yeah, plus 60. And then you add that on to 180. So, okay, Hyper Beam is 144 on average with the Galvanize. Without Galvanize, Electro Outburst is 120, so it's not that much weaker. And you can still do explosion shit with that if you wanted to. You just wouldn't get the Galvanize boost. So it's still useful though. Like you can totally use that. Obviously in Nuzlocke, you're not going to be using explosion. But what actually is a viable option in Nuzlocke, even though yes, technically it will kill you, is detonate because you can use Z detonate for a fire type coverage move. So detonate is based on self-destruct and it is fire type, and it is 250 base power. It's really strong and it always burns. So that's a great, like you can basically leave them with the burn and get a giant attack off before you die. So say you're low HP, you want to use detonate, that's great for non-nuzlockers. It's great for AI to abuse against the player, obviously. Super great. Sorry, it sometimes does that. Super great. But you can also just use Z detonate as a regular player and just get the fire type coverage. Other setup also, you have like barrier, which is cool. If you wanted to use that with like recharge barrier, you can like become bulky because you're so fast you can outspeed them and get the barrier boost before they hit you. I think I've covered everything. Like I said, Electro Ball's really fucking strong. Hyperspeed plus Electro Ball's a good meme. I just think it's funny because he has 150 speed. So theoretically, what you could do is like, what does the Hyperspeed do again? I forget what I made it do. I think it's good. Crit rate. Yeah, crit rate. Which isn't that useful in this case, but still, critting half the time is, if you want to go that route, is good. But the real main allure of that is your Electro Ball is doing so much damage with 150 base speed, even with literally zero investment after +3 speed, and then you use Electro Ball and get another +1 speed, you're killing so much shit. And these moves have low PP on purpose, like Electro Ball is low PP. I believe it's 5. Let me actually triple check. Yeah, I made it 5. So you can't just like spam it and snowball infinitely for the unless you use an ability capsule, I guess. Sorry, PP max, which are limited, extremely limited. I'm not making those available readily. Only the ones that were already like available by like gifts or pickup are there. So you got to really plan out which PP you boost. And also moves below 5 PP will not get affected by PP ups or maxes. I think I covered just about everything, man. Just really fucking strong Pokemon overall. Might be a little bit overpowered, but honestly, in the grand scheme of things, they're not. They're really not in the grand scheme of things. There's so much counterplay available, guys. Here's what I'll say: if you're fighting one, it's a skill issue. If you're like, it's a skill issue, and I'm saying that half joking, but also it's true. Like you have so much counterplay available in terms of items and moves and abilities and Pokemon and all this shit. Even in a Nuzlocke, even in a hardcore Nuzlocke, even in a team locked Nuzlocke, meaning a Nuzlocke where like you never switch out your Pokemon until they die, which is something I enjoy playing a lot and I recommend for other people. It just it forces you to use Pokemon you wouldn't normally use. And that doesn't mean sack your entire fucking team to switch out Pokemon for free either. But yeah, think about everything. They're not overpowered on opponent teams. They are difficult, sure, but you have so much counterplay, man. I'm sorry if you like. There's counterplay of all kinds. I can't even list how much there is. There is so many options. There's priority. There's sashes. There's super effective berries. There's assault vest. There's just being faster with a choice scarf. There's a billion things that you can do to either revenge kill it or just swallow their attacks. And the AI sucks, man. AI is bad, respectfully. It's just bad. However, there are some funny sets I will be giving AI, such as like stupid shit. Like I don't fucking know, aftermath plus like detonate plus volt switch, like corny shit like that. Where like, oh, are they gonna switch out or are they gonna explode type shit? And if you one shot them, then you take a lot of damage back, so you have to chip them down. But then if you chip them down, you give them a free turn, and they'll explode. So it's kind of a cool little dynamic there. I think it's really fun. Other ones that get aftermath will have the same like type of way to abuse it for the most part. But again, it's just to make it more challenging not to be abused by the player. And as for the player abusing it, I mean, yeah, if you're like really smart, you know what you're doing, you can probably get a lot of leverage out of Electrode. But again, set battle style, 60, 70, 80 offenses, like, dude, with the power level in the hack, it's really fucking hard to get Electrode on the field safely without Lightning Rod. You're going to need to plan around it, which is fair. That kind of balances it out. The only way I can see it being an issue is if, well, no, because then you're strategizing. If you're using like things to debuff to get it in safer, then that's, or like a slow U-turn, for example, slow U-turn, slow parting shot on a lot of Pokemon. You have ways to get around it. I think if you're team swapping and you're doing a Nuzlocke, then it might be kind of easy because you can just like tailor and use it when the matchup is favorable. But that's why I recommend team locked. And also, there's a huge skill gap in Pokemon. Skill cap, sorry, not skill gap, skill cap. And so I feel like a lot of people might not even see all the options available to them. And I'm not going to spell them all out. Maybe I will for trainer guides, but I can't cover every single fucking Pokemon in those because there's 721 of them. So in this game. So it's just not realistic to do that. But I will be covering like general counterplay for those. A little bit off topic, but that's Electrode and Voltorb. Biggest glow up of the century, man. And also the reason other things I considered, I guess I'll give you other points of views on how I considered balancing them. I considered Berserk, which would have been cool, but I feel like Lightning Rod fits too damn well to remove it, and it's also more useful overall. And also Berserk could be kind of overpowered. Like with Sash of Berserk or something, recharge Berserk. Oh man, dude, Berserk plus recharge would be nuts. And Berserk meaning because they're angry and shit, they explode. I think it'll be a cool idea, but I prefer these two abilities. And then other things I considered, Electric Surge, and then I realized, wait, no, Jolteon and Raichu are both pure electric types that are fast, that have that. So there's no need for that. There's already enough overlap between Raichu and Electrode and Jolteon to begin with, so I gotta minimize that. I believe that's about it, guys. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope the background music wasn't too loud. If it is, I'm gonna re-listen to it and then fix it in the next one. Hopefully, I'm still audible though. So, thanks, guys. Oh, my thing just froze. Oh, that's great, Zoom. Hopefully you can still hear me. Uh-oh.